Hey leaders, Justin and Kristen here. We have a few more questions that we're going to run through. Really two primarily, but they're larger questions, and so we wanted to give ample time for them. So the first question is this. Kristen, what do you do when care needs are too much for the group to handle?
I think first it's important to recognize that there may be times in your group where care needs are too hard to handle and where you as a leader just don't feel equipped, where you don't feel like you have the tools or the resources or the knowledge to be able to help someone with a particular thing that they're dealing with. And that's okay. You don't need to feel like you aren't enough in any way, and that we all have limitations on what we know and are able to handle. And so at the Village, we have the benefit of having lots of different resources and experts here, and that our church has relationships with outside of our church that are just great resources for us when we have needs, and can be for you as well. So first, I know probably most of you are really familiar with our recovery ministry, but we want you to know that there are times when a home group is just not going to be the best place for a person. Excuse me. If someone's dealing with a really extreme situation, or where they need a particular type of specific care that you as a group and your members are not equipped to provide, letting them know that our church is best set up to love and serve them through the recovery ministry is actually a sweet gift to them. To know that we have that here, and our recovery leaders are trained in area-specific ways to be able to walk into areas of addiction, abuse, grief, divorce, and marriage reconciliation in ways that you as a leader may not be. And so to press your people who have need for recovery to go there and receive the specific type of care that they will receive there by leaders who are trained and more specifically for that will be a gift to them. That's how we can love them.
Yeah, and I think too is that there are times when that relationship they'll primarily go to recovery, and that's where they're going to be best served. But there's also spaces where they're going to go to recovery, and the goal is not to rip them out of their community that they've built maybe over years. And so that it's a both and as opposed to either or at times. I think more than anything, we want you to have that conversation with a coach or a minister. Nobody should be making that decision alone. Candidly, we shouldn't be making that decision alone. You guys are going to know them better than we will. You're going to have context that we need to make that decision. And so then therefore we get to make that decision together within a conversation for the best needs or for the best care for those people. Anything that we missed?
Most of you also probably are aware, but we have Summer Benson here, who's our director of care, and she knows a number of resources that are so helpful for people as well. So she's available to answer questions. Certainly if you reach out to us or your group's coach, we can coordinate with her and get information to you that could be helpful for your group member. And sometimes she's available to meet with people as well, depending on the need and the circumstance. And so she has created a resource list along with some of our counselors who've given input, some of our counselors that we work with that are members here. So we've compiled a list of specialists and resources that we think would be really helpful, and that's available for you to give to your folks as well.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good lead into our next question, which is really about communication to leaders, to you, and what we're going to do moving forward. So some of you asked the question about social media. Is that the only way we're going to be communicating with you? The answer is no. And so part of what Summer is going to be having online, and really us and her in tandem, is talking about care, specifically on training that we'll have available through the portal. And so a lot of you have a login that you have for the TVC profile. That will also be able to give you access to videos, resources, trainings online that you can access at any point. And so they're going to be grouped or, have keywords that you can search. And so whether it's about abuse or whether it's about any sort of care need, or, and this is where we're also going, is that we're going to have other trainings online about leadership and about mission and about community and about other things that you'll be able to access. And so that's going to be really a primary way that we're going to be able to communicate with you and train and just be in relationship with one another through that. That's not the end-all be-all. Again, we want you to have those conversations with a coach or a minister, but that is going to be available to you. We're going to be working on that and providing more and more as we go. And so social media is one platform that we can use for that, but it's going to live on the portal is really the way that we've kind of talked about it. And then also through email. There's ways that we can communicate to you guys through emails that we know has been important in the past, and so we want to continue to do that as well.
And we do want you to check your emails from us. We send registration links for group leader conference and other trainings that we do, and those will all come through email still. So please continue to check those, and so you're up to date on what's happening. The things that we're doing on social media are primarily just sources of encouragement, recommendations of articles, or things that we've learned that we would commend to you. And so if you have a group member or a co-leader perhaps that is on social media, is active, and would like to join our social media platforms so that they can receive information and pass it along to the rest of the group or to you as a leader, then certainly feel free to do that. We're happy to have them on as well. We appreciate you guys a lot and all that you do. Thanks for the way that you love and care for your people and are actively serving them as unto the Lord. Let us know however we can help and serve you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.